Yo, what's going on, yo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
CRTV here. Let's get it, man. We got a special guest going on right here.
Special guest, man. We got
Introduce-
QDub Productions inside the building today.
Introduce
sir,
yourself.
yes,
Bang, what's good? What's good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's your boy Cozy Clyde from QDub Productions, aka Quadruple Double Productions. I'm here with my boy. Go ahead and introduce.
You know what I mean? Willow queued up, you know what I mean? Producer, you dig? Executive producer, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Shout out to the whole QDub Productions. Shout out to
sir.
anyone else who couldn't make it tonight. But at the end of the
Appreciate
day,
it.
man,
Yeah,
we
man.
still gonna provide y'all with a classic interview going on right now,
Right,
man.
Right. We're gonna hit him
Yeah, man.
First of all, man, how's everyone's week going so far, man?
inside, man. You know, niggas just trying to move on forward to move on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just
But,
grinding. Yeah,
Get
just
better.
looking forward to everything. New opportunities ahead. Back closer with the team and everything. Now we got a lot of work to be done. So that's what we looking forward to now.
Nah, man, I'm glad to hear that, man. Because like I said, man, we had this plan right here like months ago and everything like that, and it was kind of like I'm just glad that we were finally able to get like this interview going on, man. Because like I said, man, everyone's been watching each other from afar and everything like that, but
Right.
at the end of the day, it's a difference when you really got like a good rapport with certain individuals and shit like that. And it's kind of like at the end of the day, niggas can just sit at a table together and really kind of like talk about good conversations and at the same time just chop it up, because at the end of the day, niggas is friends and shit like that. And at the end of the day, we just want to see niggas win and shit like that.
Word up.
So
sir.
when we can have situations like this where we kind of meet and everything, politic, and just kind of like let people like know as far as like music scene, even personal wise and everything like that, it's always a good thing to really just have like niggas together and shit like that for real.
Yeah, bro. Appreciate you having us for real.
Word up.
Yeah.
Enough respect.
Nah,
So-
man. So it's kind of like, I think the first thing I really want to get into for real and shit like that is like, like just kind of give like a backstory, like as far as like, individual wise or in like just leading up to like the group and everything, and kind of like how'd y'all get y'all start for real up to the point now where y'all have like the whole collective.
Yeah, man. This started way back. We kind of knew that this was where we was gonna be at. Even from back then. But we was trying to figure out what the plan was. Who was gonna be a part of it. Who's gonna sustain. Me and my boy, we was in marching band. My boy Zay too, Rio. Everybody was in band together. We was on the music scene together. But we even when we was in the music scene, we would just connect. Off the field and everything. Just talking about where we wanted to be at. We was all trying to be bosses in some way, shape, or form. What I mean? I got to give it to them, though, Will and Zay, because they was on the production tip, like, well before, like, even back in high school. When that shit wasn't even a trend, you feel me? So
Word.
I ain't really start, rapping, making music until, like, end of my freshman year in college. Came back home, connected with them. They just happened to be, trying to start up a little collective, start up, the process to mogulism. That's the new word, mogulism. You feel me? We all trying to be moguls.
Kind of give people like a definition of what that word.
Mogulism, yeah.
big word right there.
Yeah, it's like a group term for a group of moguls, like the process, just that performance aspect, the discipline, the attitude you gotta have,
like
the collaboration, the teamwork, all that type of stuff. And we already knew, any bumps in the road that we have, down the line, in any business, any group is gonna have that. You feel me? It's all just we be laughing at it because we can all
take it head
connect.
on,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to, before we continue, like to that the Winslow band
Yes,
and
sir,
everything
yes,
like
sir.
that.
Winslow band was-
We
Shout out
we got
Shout
a
out
table
Park.
right here of all former Winslow students and everything. And I think people don't realize how crucial that band was with certain school events and everything, as far as like any type of spirit weeks or like any type of sporting events and everything. That band was always heard.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Word,
So like I said, man, shout out to the band, man, because I'm like I know from inside out, like from the people I know that like in the band and everything, people don't give you like your just due and everything. But I'm gonna be the person to give y'all flowers, because like y'all really were crucial people with some of those school events to really like kind of rally us back from certain things.
Ain't
and
nobody was
everything.
watching
Respect.
football game. 'Cause, football team. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Look, if you wasn't at least watching the football game, you had something to tune in
Right,
for on the
right.
halftime
Right.
when that Winslow band was getting the stuff ready, man. So it's kind of like, like just kind of speak about like, what, as far as like, what was the whole tradition with that band that really made it like a special thing for y'all at the time and everything, to really
Shit,
kind
I
of like
think
develop that.
Drumline for real is the drumline, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
They set
I
the
mean,
tone.
definitely. I mean, drumline. I mean, like how we always kept it as a brotherhood first before anything. You dig what I'm saying? And then the music came first. You know what I mean? Because with anything you do, if you with any group project, you're working with anybody, if there's no chemistry, you know what I mean, it's not gonna go as
It's gonna be
as far as
average.
going
not-
you want it gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I think just through that camaraderie we shared through each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like throughout the whole band, it was like that. It was a family. It was a, you know what I mean, it was love right through
Shit was
with the
contagious.
music. You dig what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think
that like I said, like the one key thing you just said is the brotherhood and everything.
yeah.
And it's just overall like every time that we seen y'all like get prepared for anything as far as like the band when we was all inside school and everything, y'all moved as a unit and everything. And I think that it really starts from like the leadership and everything like that. So it's kind of like, going to like what was like the real leadership that was kind of like focused on and everything, from even like practice to days we didn't see y'all, from just like days off when y'all was working. Like just speak on like that leadership real quick.
Shoot, I had the benefit, I had the blessing to be, drum major,
Word up, my
senior year.
God.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And it wasn't easy, you feel me? Because a lot of the leadership, most of the time stuff works when you take a step back. You take a step back and allow other people to, to perform how they already know they can. But you don't really know that because you're so passionate during the time. You trying to win, because we was trying to win. Like y'all seen us during the Friday games, you feel me? And that was like honestly our chill day, because we had our little halftime performance, and that was really just rehearsal.
Practice.
We had to go next day. We was trying to win like real competition and stuff like.
And y'all used to
other
win them
bands.
competitions.
Yeah,
yo.
well, yeah.
That,
They
Won some, lost some.
it was them. Yeah, win some, lose some, man. But it was a process. It was a process down the line. But y'all seen the benefits. Y'all seen the.
I was grinding, bro.
Yeah.
I was
like-
out
like I
there
said,
every day. Like
grinding.
y'all was out there grinding.
Like I
Yeah.
said,
Y'all was out there grinding, just like how the football team was out. Bro, y'all was
Word.
out there every
Word.
day.
Word.
That's
Like,
what I
hey,
be trying
man.
to tell
like I
people.
said,
People don't
man, like I said,
understand
they moved as a unit, because even when we would get like out practice like baseball and everything, or just any like any extracurricular event we was leaving at around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock time, you was seeing these guys
Yeah. Still on the field.
out there working, still working on
Ready to
that
miss the
field,
bus.
practicing their routines and everything like
right
that.
past
5
niggas
o'clock
sick as
bus.
hell.
5
You
o'clock.
used to miss the 5
5
o'clock.
o'clock.
Get a ride home, bro. Get a ride home, bro.
But it was just overall they moved as a unit, and you seen it because it was almost like every day, even if you wasn't seeing them and everything, you was hearing about the Saturday practices, or just even everything they was doing for like preparation wise and everything. So I really think that was like a real key thing that really just made y'all like a real strong like brotherhood, or just like anybody else that was featured inside that band. Like
Right.
y'all really moved as kind of like a family and everything, and it was really just dope to see like how it all performed like through the events. Like I said, through like school games, school
Yeah.
assemblies and everything. Y'all really
Pep
just
rallies.
stuck out.
So look, so you saying this, so all right, that comes down to like having dedication towards something. See, so like what y'all like believe in dedication? Because a lot of people not really dedicated to a lot of things they do.
Yeah. You gotta understand, like, as far as dedication and consistency, if you don't keep that foot on that gas, you're gonna slow down. Even if you don't put your foot on the brake. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You still gonna be moving, but you not as fast as you know what I mean. So as far as the dedication and consistency, I mean, that's very important. You know what I mean, you have to. And I'm glad as far as my leaders, you know what I mean, Clyde and them, you know what I mean, I'm glad they made sure they instilled that in niggas, you know what I mean, make sure, you know what I mean.
You was a leader too, though.
Yeah. I was
You
drum captain. I was a drum
bro.
captain.
Let them know.
Okay.
I'm saying,
Come on, man. You was doing it.
I'm
You was
say,
doing
let it be known, man. Like,
Nah,
like,
you don't gotta be humble in here.
like I said, man. Like I said,
most
shit,
humble
like I
guy in the
said,
world.
if you listening right now, man,
did
the
it.
dudes that we interviewing right now, they was a real force. I keep telling you on on that field and everything
Yes,
like
sir,
that.
yes,
Like I
sir.
said, like
For real.
it was Nick Cannon drumline for real.
God,
with
yo,
these
Tech,
with these
that
niggas
was
favorite movie,
that we interviewing right
Yeah.
now, man. So it was serious and everything. So when we telling y'all like they was winning competitions, I'm like, yo, they was winning competitions for real. So it's kind of like you all you gotta do is go down the street from right now and look at that trophy room and see them band
Got a whole
accomplishments.
John,
But
right around the room, yeah.
but like you were saying though, it's kind of like like you really took like a real leadership with that drum line.
Yeah. As far as cause all right, like, and with any group you work with too, you have those couple oddballs. You know what I mean? Those, and not even oddballs. Some in some situations you have just another alpha in the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, shit.
All right,
It's
word.
like shit.
good.
As a leader too, you just gotta learn how to adapt with those different energies and those different, those different vibes because shit, as that same leader, you can't get caught up too much in your own job,
Facts.
So now you looking at oh boy, not doing what I'm sometimes you gotta actually you gotta sit back instead of board or instead of your subordinate and be like, yeah, all right, now understand. Cause shit, not even band. Say outside of band, they school, they got school in their mind or shit. Even go further, the house.
You know what I'm saying?
man.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't
so
never know what's
You
anybody's
don't
going
know
on.
what's going on in somebody in nobody's
Right.
life, you know what I mean? So you just gotta take certain things perspective, and I'm glad, you know what I mean, I was given the opportunity to learn such
Responsibility.
you know what I mean,
yeah.
such responsibilities, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, like I said,
hit
man,
on the head.
it doesn't cost to
Yeah.
be a leader,
Facts.
and it's kind of like when you really got certain people that are cut from that cloth, where it's kind of like taking the leadership role really requires like a lot of it takes time and
Patience,
everything,
yeah, time,
and
patience,
patience and
understand,
everything,
all
and,
of that. Word up.
and like
word
bro
up.
just said, as far as kind of like dealing with different personalities and everything like that, that's a real thing. Like I said, even going beyond just like the band and everything, that's like just kind of life and everything.
Life,
So it's
yeah,
like
facts.
you gotta manage your different personalities, and at the same time, like if you want to be on that leadership pedestal and everything, you gotta take everything that comes with it for real and everything. So it's
Cost to be
kind
the
of like
boss for real.
Cap. Yeah.
definitely
it
do it.
calls. So it's like, you gotta look at yourself like sometimes really just be like, what am I doing, or what should I be doing to set more of an example, so that the people that's under me, or not even under me, like I don't want to use that word and everything, but the people that's following along and everything, what can I do to really keep everybody in line for real?
Yeah, and they going, at the end of the day, we talk, you make great examples talking about school and home, but, what we doing, it's going to happen in the industry as well. When you're trying to show off your music or show off, whatever craft that you're trying to share, certain people, you got to, some people, they say they're going to be like supporting it early on, but they don't know how. Maybe
Facts.
early on,
Facts.
you got to show them how to do it and take a step back a little bit, and be, through that time. And like you said, it's not about them being under you, but because they see your influence, they see your value, they gonna want themselves to follow you in your path. You know what I mean? So that's why we take our task, we take our ownership, what we doing, real serious, because other people's gonna be wanting to start up their own shit or do their own thing at the end of the day. We don't want to be the ones that they look to and then be like, I don't want to be them. People. We want to be the standard. The influence on that for real.
And that's definitely where I want to move into next, man. I want to really get into like the full story of like QDub Productions, man. So we going fast forward now to like the early stages, as I want to say, and everything like that. Kind of talk to us and like the fans and everything listening right now about the real first early stages of like kind of forming the collective and everything, and kind of what were like those first talks, first interactions, and kind of like first like real meetings y'all was having, really to kind of like develop everything up to this point right now.
Shoot, we got a track out, QDub. We got a track out called FTD from the Dirt. We kind of shared a little bit about, how we sat down, how we was in the car, just going over the plan, and most of this stuff, it was based off of, we want to own what we do. We don't want people telling us how to create our own music, create our own product. And two, we want to be able to, maximize our earning potential with it, and through that, we connecting with other artists, connecting with producers, connecting with A&Rs. We just want to keep it real simple. We wanted to keep it real simple in the past, try to stick to one or two things that we would create, and just through that time, we jack of all trades. Honestly, we got so much stuff in store, so many different projects that we're gonna be releasing, so many different ideas that we're gonna be releasing to the public. And QDub, it's not just music, you know, it's art, it's content, you know. So I think with
I love it, man, because like you just
Yeah.
see, like you just said, man, you talk about as far as like, you know, ownership and everything like that, and it's kind of like, you know, I think with groups like us and everything like that, like sitting here together, it's kind of like, I think it's a good thing as far as like that ownership talk and everything, because it's almost like we're not gonna follow the trend by looking for like kind of like the quick hurry up and really
Exactly.
look for like, you know, someone to put us on and everything like that. It's kind of like it's gonna be a process and everything like that. So
we'll see the word.
so
Exactly.
when you really got like a group of individuals that's really kind of like down with you, that's really trying to like really do something, and you really got like a sit down and it's like, yo, we gonna do this together as like a collective and everything. We gonna balance everyone out and everything. So it's kind of like we just got a plan. We have a game plan. We have certain individual goals. We got group goals and everything.
Goals, yup.
And at the same time, we gonna work so everything going for fruition and everything. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like, you know, kind of like tell people what like kind of like the experience was making some of those early projects, any like kind of like little singles y'all was testing the waters out at the beginning and everything, because I know you got a tape called Cozy Season, right?
Yeah. Before I talk about my stuff, you really share a little bit about you and Zay, you know, your early process with the laptop, location and stuff with the speed.
I don't want to talk about that.
You feel me? This, you know, my stuff cool. You feel me? But QDub not even really possible. You got to have everything working at the same time. So they had they shit on their own there.
I mean, shit, yeah, you know what I mean? So, like, yeah, as niggas started high school, you know what I mean? He was trying, I mean, jump on the producing shit. So, shit, as niggas got, you know what I mean, more familiar with the craft, you know what I mean? I actually, Zay reached out to me. And he was like, yeah, I mean, whoop, whoop, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm trying to have the same vision, yeah, I mean, whoop, whoop, whoop. So I saw my dog was on the same, yeah, I mean, same warpath. I'm like, hey, shit. Yeah, I mean, the bigger the army, yeah, I mean, the greater the conquer, yeah, I'm saying. So, shit, yeah, I mean, so from there, yeah, I mean, we were just working, yeah, I mean, under like finding our own niche, yeah, I mean, our own sound, yeah, I mean, experimenting. That's really what the beginning stages of QDub was for real, finding our own gear, yeah, I mean, our own, yeah, I mean, our own little clutch and shit. So,
And we,
but,
we so, you know, it's 4 of us and really 5 of us right now and growing, but we all bring something so different to the table. So to answer your question on the Cozy Season part, you know what I mean? We did the QDub group. So we started out on SoundCloud. We did a lot of trial and error, putting out a couple tracks with beats, just putting recordings over it. We just wanted to see what the word was.
Just testing the
waters
waters out, man. Testing the waters, putting content out.
Exactly.
Word.
And shit, bro, that shit started early, bro. Honestly, like people was hitting us. We was just starting out. We, at least for me, you know, with just the rapping and shit, I didn't know how to, you know, go in the studio and just do it off the top. I was taking days on writing and shit. So the fact that I was doing all that, you know, I wasn't really as confident pushing forward. But that's the idea. Just, you know, seeing it through, seeing the end. You know, hella has just hitting us up, you know, trying to see if we can work. And one of my boys from school, you know, my boy Sav, you know, he peeped what we was doing.
Shout out Sav.
Yeah, he was
yeah,
he
shout
been
out
doing
him.
music and shit too, you know, real boom bap, real 90s style to early 2000 and shit. So learning from him, learning from them too, like I can hit him up because my school in PA and, you know, we obviously down in Jersey. Just having those 2 locations, and 2 locations give different sounds. So Cozy Season, you know, you obviously have 4 seasons, but the seasons more so resembled, you know, it represented the different sounds that I was, you know, dealing with throughout my day or my week. Just having to go from school back home, working, you know, here versus working at school is always a different mindset, different, you know, a different standard. That's why I love coming home, because you know, you locking in with people that you already know. Like, I don't even got a question. The nigga's been working. You know, I hit Will up. I actually hit him. We was chatting on FaceTime like a couple days before I graduated. I was hitting the stew. I was like, yo, hitting the stew. I didn't even have to finish the sentence. Had some shit in my email. Like, that's the shit we got. You know, that's the brotherhood we got where, you know, it's going to, and it's just going to keep getting easier. Just releasing the content and just seeing how many people start to understand what we doing, because we not even finished yet. We not even touching the surface of the type of music we got released. So many different styles, bro. For real.
Yeah, no doubt and everything. That's definitely one of those things where it's kind of like, you know, like you guys are moving inside the right direction and everything as far as like releasing content and just making sure like the foot stays on the gas and that, like I said, man, you guys just got a game plan. You're sticking to it.
Yeah.
Everyone's trusting each other. And it's kind of like, you know, like everyone's looking for the same goal and everyone's going to make sure like I'm going to lift my brother up if I see he's down, you know, any type of situation where I kind of see like, yo, like if I can have an input in, I'm always getting my input and everything. And at the end of the day, you guys are collective and everything. And like it's cliche to say, but you know, great minds think alike and everything.
Right,
so it's kind of like
That's the only way.
any ideas that y'all got and everything, I'm pretty sure you guys are just bouncing ideas off each other because kind of like, you know, like I said, like to lift my brother, I'm gonna just give him the best advice possible and everything, so that not just so I can eat and everything, but the whole team can eat and everything.
Facts,
so
yes,
it's kind of like, you know, you were speaking about your first times really being inside like the studio and everything, and as far as kind of like, you know, the confidence and everything,
Right.
like for the certain like first sessions you were really having and everything when the confidence wasn't there all the way, like what was the kind of like event or maybe like kind of like the little small stuff you was doing to really build up that confidence to be more like ready for like the booth for real?
Well, I was lucky. You know, that's a great question, by the way. I was lucky because, you know, when I first started out, it didn't take long for me to. I didn't have to force myself on people. You know, as soon as people heard I was starting to rap, make music, be it either, you know, they remember me from high school, so they either like surprised or intrigued, or somebody that already fucked with me, you know, that, you know, knew how I worked and other things, you know, they knew like once this music come out, it ain't gonna be like how it is, like, oh, just, you know, link in bio. Like, you're gonna have to talk to me about it. We're gonna conversate. Really, my first priority was always writing and always having a message. You feel me? My influences, you know, it's simple. Nas, Jay, you know, Biggie, and not only more so with the messages, but just cadences and flow. You know what I mean? I not only want you to understand what I'm saying, I want you to feel good with knowing what I'm saying, but I also want you to understand the bounce. It's not just words. It's an instrument. I try to use my words like an instrument, just like I did in marching band. And I started, you know, in the beginning, just a lot of writing, a lot of, you know, quick rapping, a lot, just trying to, you know, be one of them, you know, back like in the early, you know, parts of rap in the industry.
You said it right, man. You got the gatekeepers that's kind of like the influence and everything, as far as like the Nas and the Jays and everything. So it's kind of like when you really look back at the era and everything like that, it's kind of like, you know, when you putting music out and everything, like, yo, these guys were saying something and everything. They're not just getting on a track, just rapping just to say like, yo, I'm a rapper and everything like that. Like, they have the star appeal, of course, and everything like that. But at the end of the day, like, when you really sit back and pull back the layer with some of these lyrics and everything, they're giving you messages and they're giving you teachings about certain things that's going on and everything. So I'm glad that you said those are really like the influences and everything like that. So it's kind of like, you know, like what other influences did you have as far as like, you know,
Top 10 rappers.
Like
Top 10?
Top 10.
Yeah, let's
Word.
get
Top 10,
that,
top
man.
10
Let's
list.
We can do it.
Just say
I-
artists. Just say artists in
All right,
general.
word.
I think our first question for QDub is like, who's your top 10 artists all
Top
time?
10 artists all time. I said like
No, you don't even got to put it in order. You ain't got to put it in order.
J. Cole, you know, Nas, Jay, Kanye, obviously, Drizzy, you know, Kendrick, Lupe Fiasco.
Slept on.
Yeah, for sure. Shoot, who else? Top three. Gotta throw Meek in there.
Big influence.
Big shout out to me.
I said Biggie, right? I said
Nah,
all right, I throw
wait.
Biggie in there. I got one left. Shoot, let me throw in one. I'm gonna say my last one. This is gonna be
You got a lot to choose from.
It's got a lot
to choose from, man.
man.
But if you listening, man, you heard the substance and the people he's naming.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna do a tie. I ain't say Wayne yet, and I ain't say Pusha yet. I'm gonna do both of them. Wayne and Pusha T.
Pusha, yo.
Yeah.
Pusha and Wayne, both crazy. So,
And it's funny. It's funny you kind of name them together and everything.
Of course, ironic, right? Ironic.
Because if we get any hip hop historians out there, we all have known and heard the stories of the infamous Cash Money and
Yeah, man.
you know, clips beef
Clips
and everything
beef.
like that. But that's for.
I feel they going.
It's just funny that you kind of said it like that.
For
Like,
real. I feel like soon they going, at least with the whole, with the whole Ross thing that happened like a couple years ago. I think at least soon it's not like everybody gonna be best friends, but we gonna at least have a sit down.
Okay, a little
And it's,
understanding.
I see a sit down with them in the future. So even if it's gonna be an art, I feel like that's the new trend. Like that's the new wave. Like if you're gonna hash out dirty laundry, you might as well monetize it. I think they're just waiting on people to get gathered in. But that's why I be thinking in the back of my head too. Like just with how the industry be working and everything.
yeah, stuff like that right there is kind of like people will hope certain things get resolved and everything, but sometimes like we pointed out earlier and everything with a subject and everything, when you're dealing with people with different personalities, man, when certain real life shit happens with certain people and everything, I think sometimes the conversation really not all the way is gonna get fulfilled and everything, but the one thing really is kind of like the message I want to kind of give out today is like that ego and everything like that. So it's kind of like putting that ego to the side right there and really having a conversation with somebody is gonna be the big thing.
Exactly.
And it's kind of like once people put that to the side,
they're not putting it to the side though.
They not.
They're not putting their ego to the side because their ego is them. That's who they are.
Well, you mean like an artist or like
I mean, almost in anybody, but
Yeah, anybody
yeah,
for real and everything.
yeah.
The egos is what gets you hurt and everything like that. Because I feel like sometimes, man, we too prideful sometimes with certain things we do, and it's kind of like people don't want to have a conversation sometimes and really have someone kind of like tell you about yourself for real and everything.
Yeah,
Because
man.
people always talk about like the hard truth is really gonna come from the people that's close to you and everything. So when you got someone really telling you about yourself and everything, that's really one of those pills where it's kind of like you really just gotta like take and be like, yo, like if they're saying inside this certain tone or they're saying inside this certain way, there must be some truth backed up into it and everything. But it's like like the egos like just kind of what gets people hurt, and it's kind of like it really stops like a whole bunch of different flows and certain things from going on and everything, because it's like we can't have that conversation with people.
Yeah, I feel like with our group, because we've been together for so long, I feel like the reason we able to push forward is there's certain times where we do sit down. It don't sometimes it don't gotta be like, yo, you fucking up, like, yo, fuck you doing wrong, but sometimes it's just with questioning. You gotta know everybody's goal, like what people have in mind.
mindset.
So I'm making sure that you're not impeding on mine, but also I'm not impeding on yours. Like my goals aren't selfish to your goals. So what are we gonna do, within our group to keep all of our goals intact, but whatever we can adjust through all 4 of those goals or 5 of those goals that make all of us benefit. You know what I mean? And I feel like our group is able to move farther because we able to sit down and have real conversation. Because we got to break bread at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I feel like everybody, like, when you in this music industry, you try and put, art out and people fuck with the art, at the end of the day, there's going to be points where you got to have those sit downs. And I feel like, and that's not even just people on the team that's making music. Like you said, it could be people like, graphic designers or people like photographers,
Any artist,
videographers, any
anybody
type of artist.
who's in art.
And on top of that, even your listeners, even your supporters, your fans per se. Because a lot of people, and I don't blame people too much for it, but I always keep it in mind. Everybody wants to have that one person they grew up in school with that makes it. You feel me? They don't want it. No, let me say it. They want it just so they can tell their friends they knew that person, but they don't want to be known as the person that didn't make it next to the person that did. So you got to keep that in mind too with the people that's listening to the music that you putting out and shit. Keep them in the loop. What's going on? Keep them accountable, make sure they still tuned in. By doing that, ask them how the music is, like, what can I do better? What am I doing well in so I can attack that 100%? That all goes into just artistry, that goes all into, creating the best product for people, so.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you just said right there, too. It's almost like, we don't want to see the man quote unquote succeed and everything.
Word.
And we don't want to be known as kind of like, the guy that followed him and everything, but it's kind of like we got to move from the mindset of just kind of like, really watching what the next man's doing. Is kind of like, like the best way people can really work is as a collective. And really kind of uplifting people and everything like that. And people going to take that forever they want. Y'all can call it Dick Ryan. It's not even that. No, but I'm not going to hate on the next man and stop the next man from getting his bread and everything. to feed his family, feed his career,
Facts.
and feed any type of thing that he's doing, and everything like that. So I'd rather uplift the next guy, and if I see someone that's putting in work and everything like that, of course I'm gonna support that.
See, that's the thing though. Like people say they putting in this work, so-called work, but then you see them doing the same thing. They're like the pattern doesn't change.
Yeah.
Expand
and that's
on
what
that.
I was talking about the other day with my friend. I was telling him like, yo, like you can really tell when you're growing and getting better. You can literally notice when you getting better or changing in your life. Like you and your subconscious tell yourself that like you kind of give yourself like a facade or whatever in your head, like you are still like, yeah, you're moving, but you're not really moving type shit. Like you're trying to like stay. I don't know how to explain it in words, but it's like you're kind of standing still, but you think you're moving.
Yeah,
Because of the shit that you're doing consistently.
It's an illusion.
And I don't want to tell people like you gotta really like the heartaches and shit, the time where you really like, damn, what am I doing type shit. Every time you keep thinking of that shit and then you just keep doing the same shit, you're not getting better, you're not growing. You know what I'm saying?
sure.
You get through that heartache, you know what I'm saying? You get through that hard time. Now you look at yourself a little bit different now. Now you like, oh, all right, I'm capable of doing a lot more than I thought.
Now you want to,
Yeah, man.
And the only way to get through that is when you gotta go hard right from the beginning. And you gotta keep that, I'm saying, consistency.
Gotta keep that foot on the gas. Facts.
Bro, like it comes down to that for with anything that you do. And people think like, all right, you just gonna just come along and just like
and just get on.
like
Just get on. But I want to go back to something Clyde just said as far as like an illusion and everything. For the people that's listening and they don't know what that illusion is and everything, I just want you to like break down your own personal aspect of what that means to you as far as the illusion of people putting in that work.
Well, I'll share my illusion that I had, sophomore year when I first started making music and thinking that that first release is going to be the same way every single time I put something out. That shit's going to last forever. With me putting out the same type of music with the same type of beats with the same type of tempo, you know what I mean? And I learned, just throughout. And once again, that's from having a team. That's from having QDub, even this, some things don't have to be said. It could just be felt when you record a track a first time, and then you go back and do it again. Much more energy, much more emphasis. Like everywhere, I want you to understand and feel. Like I want you to, put yourself in my shoes. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but an illusion essentially is when, like you said, you might be stagnant, or it could be the other way around. You could have the imposter syndrome. You could be moving along just fine. And either, if you're not working hard enough, you still, you got your friends around you, like, reposting your stuff, commenting, and still like trying to give you that sense that you still like you're gonna be good regardless. And then you turn around and you ain't you haven't really done much, or you haven't really capitalized on what you had at that point. Or the other side around, niggas been trying to show love to you all this time, but you bitching because you feel me, Lil Durk ain't repost your stuff yet. You was posting OTF on your page, and now he ain't showing love, but you still got hella people tuned in because they fuck with what you doing regardless, and you gonna lose that. So I think being an artist or just being a person, you gotta, self-awareness is essential. You gotta know where
look at yourself,
know where you're at,
know where the fuck you at and what you doing, and you gotta move, bro. Like move what you doing, like move accordingly, bro.
Yeah, don't be too cool for school, bro. I do this example all the time, like. We talk about Steph and everything, just where his place is at, career-wise in the NBA, and I just remember like 2016 with that whole finals, and it was like, it wasn't the fact he played terrible or the fact he totally choked, but you was too cool for school. It was an illusion. You thought he had won already, and by the time you was like, whoa, like this it ain't clock zero. LeBron crying on the court and everything. You lost, like you got like chip taken away from you. Like that's how I try to go into this mentality in this rap thing of, really, understanding where I'm at all times. I'm not celebrating until the real goal is set. At a certain point, releases just become numb to me because I already know I put in the work already to make sure the track is gonna be fire. So I shouldn't be patting myself on the back just to release it. It should be about all right, what's next? But yeah, what's your take on that though? Will?
Shit, as far as
Like, just keep knowing where you at in your career. How do you keep benchmarks on that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you
Right.
like how do you keep them? How do you keep them goals and like those certain checkpoints
The goals.
still intact? Was like, yo, this is the things I gotta get done.
so as going off of what you said, right? I think the actual idea is to set a smaller, not even a smaller goal, but a goal that you know is within your
Attainable.
power and your resources and yeah, I mean what you have in your ball, the balls in your court, that I can without a fact I can reach this goal. You dig what I'm saying? You have some people where all right, they have a dream. You know what I mean? They're working off a passion. I'm like, all right, shit, I wanna
Yeah.
reach $1 million. All right, anybody can reach it. But all right, what do you have to reach this million? Yeah, I mean, how you gonna reach $1 million? You know what it feel like to have 1,000 yet? Like, you know, like
what work? And I'm glad he said that because it kind of took me back to all of us being kids and everything. And I think we've all had this moment before in our life where it's kind of like, you know, we wake up sometimes thinking like, and like, you know, teachers and like certain people to ask you and everything like that, and they'll kind of talk to you about what you want to do with your life and everything. And we've always had this aspect of, yo, when I'm rich and when I'm rich and when I'm rich and I'm gonna have like this much money and everything like that. It's kind of like, you know, no one's saying it's impossible and everything, but what are you gonna do to put yourself in that position to where you are rich and you have the money you desire? Like, what are you gonna do and what work are you gonna put in to make sure you reach that goal?
And then people don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Money, all right, if you want to talk about money, and that's another thing, people are so like lost with money and shit.
Bread, bread is the main goal, and it's not even money. The actual
more money is more
goal.
problems, bro. Niggas
Facts.
don't understand
Big facts.
that
Yeah.
shit, bro.
Big facts.
I'm
Big facts.
glad you guys just mentioned that because verbatim,
Saying shout out to Big.
probably maybe a few hours before we're recording this and everything, I put a post on my IG today, man, kind of referring back to an old interview from Vlad TV where he was interviewing Michael Jai White recently, and one of the main topics they were kind of talking about was the age-old question about, can money buy you happiness? And I just kind of want everyone at the table to really kind of expand on their own viewpoint of that question right there, and that whole statement where it's kind of like, what you really think about is kind of like, can money really buy you happiness? So I just want people at this table to really kind of expand on your viewpoint.
And it's funny
of
too,
that
because
statement.
the last podcast we had we touched on that same subject.
Facts.
Me personally, on that topic, it depends on the man. Why I say that? All right, I'll give you an example. Me, I was fortunate enough to be born in America, but my family comes from Jamaica. So, in that setting, in a like money rules everything. You dig what I'm saying? Whether we're talking from everyday life to even in the government, you know what I mean? We talking is bread. Bread is the. So as far as, all right, now on top of that, $1 US is like 130 over there. You feel me? So shit.
It hits different.
Man, you give this little nigga 100. Oh shit. Oh man, you know what you just did to that man, bro? You fuck around, just changes like he's feeding his family. Right. You know what I mean? He's getting clothes. Like there's actually like, you know what I'm saying? So as far as man, we know in retrospect, we know like, all right, in real life, okay, money not gonna buy happiness. But as far as the little shit in life, that money can get out of the way. Because it be the little shit that, you know what I mean?
Bro, that's what I was about to say. Like, when I say money is more problems and shit, it's where it's like a lot of money. Now, you can have a good amount of money and you can have a regular life and
just
chill.
living life now.
Because somebody responded to me like earlier when I put it up and everything, and we kind of had a deepened conversation about it. And from my standpoint and everything, I said, no, it can't buy you happiness, but it can buy you and it can get you comfortability.
And it can get you time too.
You can be comfortable with having a certain amount of money and thing. But it can't, in my opinion, it can't buy you happiness because you really think
happiness
about it.
Comes from experiences.
When you have all that money,
you can't all the way say that too though.
yeah,
Because you have some experiences that and that's why I say it depends on the person. Because you have some experiences one person can come back from, and then that same person can grow off of it. You dig what I'm saying? It can be, you have some experience. It can be a stunt in their growth where they are like they have to break down and understand this experience and why I went through it and why and this and this and that. Where you can this next person when they went through it, they understood. You know what I mean, and they're ready for the next challenge. All right, so we've been through this. All right, you know what I mean.
But that comes with growing, like
facts. It depends. Everybody got different situations.
Man, it's
you know
crazy.
What I mean?
It's crazy different. How I know so many people like age. You like age is crazy. Like I'm 21, so like I'm blessed to be 21 right now because I know a lot of niggas don't live to 21 type shit.
Facts.
So I just wanted to say like people. I feel like people just are living not by their age, bro. It's and that's when I come down to that illusion again. It's like, yo, you 26 right now, 27, 8 or 30, bro. And you acting like a kid, bro.
Word up. It's ridiculous. But it's
like you a grown ass man,
it's crazy.
Bro. This is what I say. Like I said, like I was telling my mans the other day in the car. I was saying, I said, yo, people don't like look. World, you can't look at the world as serious as you as everyone else thinks the world is serious. Because if you say you think about the world is so serious and you care about it so much, in your heart you think that since you're caring about this so much that other people think that shit matters.
Right. And then they don't.
This shit doesn't matter to nobody else. That shit's gonna continue the next day, whatever they wanted to do with their shit.
Yeah, so just like down to you, you're gonna stand solid on yours, or
and it's like all right, you look at somebody like that's taking life. Like I feel like people is like take it so serious in the aspect of like, damn, like
we take it too much for granted. We take it too much for granted. And with bro's talking about, I really want to kind of expand on that because I feel like. Even everyone here, we all probably had our experiences, dealing with the global pandemic last year and everything, or even still ongoing. But, things are getting a little better and everything. But I think with the year 2020, I really kind of felt like it really established time for people to really kind of do self-reflection because the world lost a lot. I don't know anyone else. I don't know what people at the table were going through.
People don't even understand that, like if people were dying, people don't even know that for real. People think since I didn't get affected by it, I see now that's what it comes down to. All right, now boom, a nigga will always be in this reality in this world until they actually see reality hit their face. And that's what I wanted to say. Like if right now, fucking war broke out or some shit. Bro, you know how many people will fold, bro? You know how many people are going to fold under pressure, bro?
They don't even know what the fuck to do. They lose their
shelter, no type.
You know what I'm saying? They going. It's over for them, bro. They're mentally gonna go crazy, bro. Some people can handle it better because they were already mentally prepared for it.
That's why I said 2020 was a learning lesson because a lot of the simple stuff that people were doing at the early stages, we were taking it for advantage. Certain people taking advantage, like this is the part of the time now where you really focus on getting toilet paper.
For real.
This is the part of the year where you finally start washing your ass
or getting gas.
Getting gas. People this world take the smallest things for granted and everything. It's kind of like because you look at the simple stuff that people were getting at that time. And certain necessities that people really feeding for, and it's kind of like, yo, you could have been had this. You could have been doing a certain thing. Like there's certain little intricate things now people do. Like you chose 2020 to finally wash your hands.
You want to do some shit. It's ridiculous.
Normalcy. That's what people want to get back to. Is what it's called normalcy.
Oh no, this is the new normal.
No, what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying. So it's like normal is what though?
Yeah.
Like what is normal to you could be different normal to me.
What you're being told that's normal. What's told to me? All right, word. That's normal for me. Like that's comfortable.
You're right.
But when you entrepreneurs, content creators, anybody that's not working in corporate America in some way, shape, or form, you got to understand how to wake up in the morning, make your own goals, make your own plan, your own schedule. You know, people been given a schedule their whole life. It's not their fault, but you got to be able to look at that.
There's so much. If you want to look at somebody, you ask him, all right, yo, what did you do all day? Type shit. If you ask a nigga what they did,
I want you to say that one more time for the people
what
that's
did you
listening.
do all day? And if you tell me that you didn't do nothing to get better, and you not really working for real,
you're not.
Because you sitting here telling me everything is okay, basically everything is fine, and everything could be fine in a way, but is it as fine as you think it is?
It's
because
not.
you know what I'm saying, you go to sleep every day thinking like, yeah, like in your dreams you have dreams and all this other stuff and all this. When you face reality, you think you're good, bro. But like, are you really good? Like, are you really where you want to be at? Because you know what I'm saying, you could get there faster if you keep moving every day. People think that they're gonna get there like, yeah, in a matter of like 20 years, or like the in their head it's like 5 years or 3 years, but they're moving at a 20-year in their head. Him speed.
Yeah.
So it's like it's gonna hit them like, damn, like what's going on? Like why am I not getting no bread? Like, bro, yo, like you was just sleeping 3 days in a row.
Like, and
3 days, bro. You just took 3 days sleep, bro. You was just sleeping and not doing nothing, bro. And you think you about to get some bread and about to feed your family and do all this other shit, bro. That's why I say like a lot of like reality, it just needs to like sometimes, like choke you up, like sometimes that shit really helps you, bro. Take that shit on the chin, bro.
Take this walk with me.
Yeah, like
I need to talk, and I'm glad you talked about that, because one of the key points you just said was that whole comment, "I'm fine," and it took me back to another conversation I had with my brother, like not too long ago and everything, where we were kind of talking about, you know, the whole idea of telling someone I'm fine, and especially during last year, going through the pandemic and everything, we have a constant thing where we want to kind of eliminate sometimes like the hardships or maybe certain intricate things that we're going through and everything, where we kind of want to just shield it away from family, friends, and people that's really trying to reach out to really kind of like, you know, like check up on your people and everything like that.
Right,
so when you really think about it, when you tell someone you're fine, everything's not fine. You're just not expanding on what's really going on and everything like that. Like, you know, we all go through our things and everything like that, but it's how you bounce back from it. And I don't really want to shield people away from kind of what's going on and everything by making, like, quote unquote, like we said earlier, an illusion that everything's not fine and everything. It's just how we deal with it.
That's why, honestly, like, you know, you never see me, at least on socials and stuff, like, if I don't got something to release yet, or if I don't have, like, things moving along the way I need to, like, you won't see me cap and try to act like that's the case, at least on socials. I'll just go Sierra Dark 30, you know, lock in just for a little bit. You know, the people that see me that see me away for a while, they know to hit me in the indirect or in the direct way. But when I'm working and everything and I'm grinding, and like you said, things ain't going, you know, peachy and everything, I'm never going to go on and act like everything's just perfectly peaches and cream just on socials and stuff. But, you know, I'm going to definitely be locked in. Because I'm not the type either. I can't go on the socials either and just be like, yo, man, like this shit shitty. Nobody tuning into my stuff. Like, shit costs way too much bread. Nobody trying to work. Like, everybody charging too much and everything. I'm like, I got to... Because I used to be that bull. Like, I used to take everything to heart with all that. But you in this music game, you in this
bro,
business.
you can't take nothing to heart.
We can't take any of
Bro,
this
we just
shit
trying to
serious
get
and
better,
everything
bro.
like that.
We trying to get better, bro.
We get better every day, and we just gotta continue.
Oh
to
yeah,
put
so
much content out.
talk about like, so where y'all like located right now? Like y'all location where y'all really be like working together for. Like right now, y'all got like a main base right now.
Shit, we just started going to this little studio out Philly for real. We're starting to get it like a little stepping stone in there, but I mean, we for the most part we still out here in the Ville. You know what I mean, linking out. You know what I mean, stay local.
Yeah, we usually come to them. You know, people that we working with, we go to them. We have the equipment and stuff, and then when I'm helping my school, I just go. My boy Nico Bain, go to his studio, and he's been giving me like through the time because I'm learning, just trying to pick up on how to make a song. I'm not just trying to just pay and then just record and then just be done. So I'm trying to like look at the computer, see what I can learn about the mixing and mastering, the engineering. He's been great with that. He's giving me much more time, just much more leeway to sit down and really get that, get my sound as crisp as possible and cohesive. And through that, I can also connect with other artists that be going in and out the studio. And that's where I met most of the people I be connecting with up there, man. And honestly, like, it's gonna be time. It's definitely gonna be time. But when we finally get that bass, bro, it's up.
Like I said, and blessings to y'all and everything.
Yeah.
And we're really wishing, and everything's gonna happen in full circle for y'all.
sure.
So that home base will be in fruition, and it's
y'all,
and
y'all always are welcome to come to the lab.
like I said, CR Studios is always here, man.
Y'all gotta come through, man. Y'all gotta
get some work in.
Yo, bro, I
gotta
got a booth in there and everything. I ain't really show y'all the tour or nothing like that yet. But,
we actually talked about this off air a few days ago and everything, but I seen you guys took a trip to New York not too long ago and everything. Kind of expand on what that trip was kind of like with that session that happened.
What happened on that trip?
So it was real simple. Shout out my boy OG Goon. Him and my boy ER Black. Shout out to him and Elijah.
Shout out.
Yeah, they both artists in the areas, New Jersey area as well. They've been with us, also since the beginning with the band shit. So we just went up there, just supporting they content they about to put out in the near future. We had a quick interview, just sharing the same stuff. We, different conversation, but just kind of the same concepts of just, looking at this long-term marathon continuing. And I'm excited for them, man. Y'all should definitely tune in when y'all get the chance because they got some music.
Most definitely.
Tune in everybody, bro.
We tune everybody.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. I listen to a lot, bro. I be listening to people.
That's love, respect.
I be really listening to people.
Vice versa, though.
Like, I know people will be saying they don't really listen to music, bro. They don't be listening to people's music, bro.
Yeah, especially like I'm not afraid to say like I listen to hella local niggas, and even if it's not for my entertainment per se, just also just knowing that people's working is motivating me to get back in the booth.
Hey man, all I gotta say from the colossal side of things is that Part 2 of the Cypher is coming up soon.
Oh yeah,
and we will.
I definitely need y'all there at the Cypher.
And when I talk about this time, it's going. Look, if last time was a movie,
bro, this shit
right. The sequel is going to be.
Trying to tell you,
even like, better.
I'm still waiting for the footage, but we gonna talk about that out
If y'all want a glimpse of what that footage is like, and y'all want to see some special things that happen that night, all you gotta do is go into my IG Swagger T 1K, and you can get a little good glimpse of what happened at that event. But as we come down to a wrap, man, I just want y'all. First of all, I just want to thank y'all for taking the time out today to really kind of sit with us, man. Like I said, this one right here was real overdue, man. I'm glad we could have this conversation. We're brothers and just good friends and everything, and just sit down and really have topics expanding more from just music and everything, but just the life and everything. Right. And just at the end of the day, we just making sure everyone's good, everyone's healthy, everyone's on the right path and everything, and we can just keep motivating each other to just keep
getting better, man. Getting better every day.
I just want to I want y'all to before y'all leave, really expand on what y'all got working on right now and everything. What should people be looking out for and expecting?
Yeah, man. It's your boy Cozy Heartbreak coming out, coming soon, definitely by 2021. Just getting everything. Settle, Gary, everything mix and master. Be on the lookout for a single. This one will be on all platforms. So go ahead and tune in on that, and just be on the lookout for other music as well from the group, man. Because we hit you. We'll just give it to you, right then and there. We'll give it to you right then and there. Just keep putting out music, and we just gonna keep moving around. We just try and hit different locations. But I know for me, a lot of people have been waiting for this project, and I'm excited. It's going to be a different type of vibe for sure.
What features and producers should we be looking out for on that project?
Hey, QDub Productions, of course, first and foremost. I got one of my boy Will's Jones on there that I worked on a couple days ago. or like probably a week ago. Sav, my boy Sav is gonna be on there. Another couple features. My boy Oriah, shout out Wade Max, shout out Reezy. He's gonna be on there.
Shout out.
Yeah, I'm trying to get. My boy Will Cartier is gonna be on there. My boy from Florida, shout out to him as well.
You got 6 on that bit?
6. I'm trying to get him on the intro.
Word.
Yeah, we just got to lock in on the studio time. Shout out 6, my boy E as well. Shout out to him. He might not be on the project, but we've been working on a couple tracks as well. Shout out to ER Block. Shout out to OG Goon. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Colossal, man. We've been working.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Will, what should we looking out for? Will,
shit. Yeah, I'm gonna drop my first serious project June. No more Mr. Nice Guy. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Keep your eyes out for that. You know what I mean? I'm dropping probably either like mid-June or end June. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Summer release.
Yeah, I mean, summer release. You know what I mean? I'm trying to fuck with the streets right quick. You know what I mean? And it's up from there. You dig?
You already know, man.
Look,
I'm gonna transition to my partner, DJ Zay. Man, what should we be expecting, bro?
Oh man, we got a couple projects coming out. We got the pharmacy tape ready to drop.
Pharmacy.
Eesh.
The pharmacy tapes, and then we got the Beatcation.
Another summer joint, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come out probably around June. Gonna have the artwork for y'all. Artwork is tough. It's gonna have to be tough.
Yes,
The
sir.
vision
Yes,
is
sir.
there. The beat's there. You know what I'm saying? We gonna work with a couple artists. We gonna be collabing, doing a lot of things, man. It's gonna be a lot going on. So like, hope y'all stay in tune. We gonna have a different segment where we gonna have, you know what I'm saying, Clyde over here, he going a little rap and shit.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But we could do that probably another episode for
Yes,
if you
sir,
want.
man.
We
We
could do
gonna-
that shit
yeah, we
live.
gonna
and shit.
definitely slide back.
This right here was the first of many group collaboration
Yeah,
with
word,
podcasts,
word.
man. And like I said, I really want to thank you all again for taking the time out to come through to see our
Real good
studio,
looks to come out,
sit
man.
down with us and
No
everything like
problem.
that.
Appreciate
Yo,
For
vice
everyone-
versa, man.
For everyone that's listening, man, I want y'all to really tap in with QDub Productions.
Tap in,
follow
in.
us on Instagram at
You know what I'm
QDub _productions, man. Go tune in. We got
We gonna
music
put all
coming out real
y'all.
soon.
We gonna put all y'all
We gonna
ads
put all,
in
we gonna put all the ads
everything.
Say
inside,
that.
You know
inside
what I'm
the
saying?
bio
We're
and
gonna
everything.
repost this, everything.
But as we come
show it
to
up.
an end, I want to thank QDub Productions. I want to thank my partner DJ Zay. I want to thank the
Word.
whole Colossal team, the whole Colossal family. I want to thank QDub for really taking the time out.
sir.
And we will be seeing you next time as we tune into another episode of CRTV.
We out.